Researchers use primary sources to provide evidence for how people acted, thought, and felt during particular historical moments. Primary sources are items that provide first-hand accounts or data from witnesses or participants in past events. They can take various forms, such as letters, government documents, photographs, pamphlets, or newspapers. Using these items as evidence is a bit different than using other types of sources, like published books, articles, or encyclopedias. So, how do we use primary sources? By answering a series of questions about the item in use, we can better understand what the item is and how it relates to our historical argument. It can be helpful to start with a basic line of questioning, answering who, what, when, where, why, and how. Another simple method is called SOAPs, or subject, occasion, audience, purpose, and speaker. Keep in mind, sometimes the answer to these questions will be very obvious, and sometimes you might need to find different ways to uncover the answers, such as consulting other sources, making an informed guess, or asking a librarian. The inability to answer questions may in fact provide you with important information that helps you interpret your item. Answer who created this item? What do we want to know about this person? Who was it created for? Consider that different people have different perspectives and that perspectives may have changed throughout history. What is this item? Describe the item you are looking at in a few sentences. What is it? A book, letter, or map? Make notes about interesting features of the item as well. If it's a letter, are there handwritten notes in the margins? Is it dated? Did it come with an envelope, or was it stored without? This is where background research before working with primary sources comes in handy. Answer, when was this created? What else was going on at the time that might have influenced the creators and audience's perspectives? What might have been particular about this time and place? Another crucial question for background research includes answering, where was this item created? The same line of questioning for when can be applied here. Why was the item created and/or shared? Sometimes this answer is obvious, and other times you might need to make your best guess. Was this item created to share information? To share a perspective? Was it created for personal or public use? Was it meant to be consumed by others at the time? If so, how was this item created and distributed? Does that change the way we understand the item today? After you answer these questions, ask just a few more to deepen your understanding. What is interesting about this item? Was there something that stood out to you about this item? Was there something that struck you? Something that challenged an impression you had? What questions do you have after looking at this object? What questions remain unanswered? Were there new questions that sprung to mind when examining and interpreting this item? Whose point of view is being shared? What viewpoints could be missing? How does this item relate to the larger context of its time and place? Now that you better understand the items you are looking at, you can consider how to use it as evidence that supports or contradicts your historical argument. Remember not to extrapolate one person or a single group's perspectives or experience to all people or even to similar groups. As it is today, there is great variation in people's perspectives and experiences, and we should be careful to represent that well in our research. Remember, you are examining a piece of evidence, which should be considered along with other pieces of evidence. For more help getting started with research using primary sources, we welcome you to explore our other tutorials.